Before all the developments, Malacca was originally a hill by the straits. As the heart of the city, Bukit Cina played a major role in shaping the current Chinese society in Malacca and also Malaysia. Chin Wu's Martial Art Association Hall is the heart of Bukit Cina's community. It's a place where the residents of Bukit Cina gathers. The site is surrounded by many multicultural shophouses with different businesses, families, and religion. Each shophouse represents themselves significantly based on their background and individuality. The local businesses run in the shophouses for more than 50 years, selling noodle manufacturers, Chinese herb pharmacies, flour mill factories, convenience stall, food stall, and etc. The businesses have played a significant role as it provides the daily needs of the residents of Bukit Cina's community. My ancestors from China gone through thick and thin, coming to Malaya with the hope of having a better life. During that time, they were still young, and I still have photos of my ancestors in the living room. They had brought what they need to start a business here. The business run through the family from one generation to another. Even though the hardship they have been through, they still managed to pull through after so many decades. Shop houses in Bukit China look old and may seem to be falling apart, but they have withstand and stand strong for so many decades throughout the entire year. Abandoned structures or shop houses still stand strong till this day, but nature has seemed to overpower and taken the inner parts of the shop houses. SJK Pei Fong's Primary School, located right at the entrance of the Bukit China's graveyard. The primary school and the graveyard share the same compound together. Along the stairways up to the top of the hill, with the graves sitting around both sides, there is relatively a flat ground on the left. There wasn't much view from the piece of land, but it was a buffer zone between bustling communities and serene graveyard. Only a handful of steps from the foot of the hill, it was a place for the joggers to warm up before they have their daily jog. Before reaching this place, Cheng Hun Hang, which played quite a significant role in the Chinese High Court and community center back in the days, it was, and still, very respected association. The first grave in Bukit Jina was built back in 1614. There were a total of 12,500 graves in Bukit Jina. Some were well maintained, but a lot was left unintended and destroyed during the development of the city. At the top of Bukit China is a flat land with a single grave owned by Ang Chun's company. Overlooking the city, this space is often used for Chinese cultural events. The site is bounded by stone poles carved Ang Chun's company to mark the boundary and the Ang Chun land and to prevent domestic animals from going over the grave. One of the national but less known events is the annual Chinese Cultural Fire Torch Ceremony. Held every year, it symbolized Bukit China as the start of all Chinese culture on the Malaya land, which gradually grew and spread all over the country. Now, Bukit China is not only a graveyard for the Chinese community, it also houses 60 over Malays' graves and is also the green lung of the city of Malacca. Bukit China as a recreational ground creates a big contrast of how people perceive graveyard as a cold and eerie space but made lively.